All right, guys, what's going on? How hope everybody's having a good day. So I'll start the podcast. Let's give some backstory, obviously, to the introduction of the CCDL, which stands for the Chatham Call of Duty League. So it all started back in MW 2019. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We got the OG six members of the clan. Okay, you got myself. You got Brody. You got Osed. You got Craig. You got Grant. And you got Quinn. With these six people, we thought one day we should go into a private match. Play some private matches. It started off just some casual 3v3 SNDs on Shoothouse. We played these for hours when COVID started. It was get away from the COVID. The COVID-19. What this developed into was the most serious organization Chatham has ever seen in the last 10 years. Okay. What happened was we started to recruit players from across Chatham, Kent to play in the private matches. That's how we recruited these three other fine gentlemen in the podcaster today. So what happened was we found out about the CDL. This was a new thing, franchising. It was a new thing that during Modern Warfare. We thought it was pretty cool. We kind of wanted to replicate that and make it a reality for all of us. And obviously, we're just a group of friends, playing Call of Duty. The skill range is quite wide. So there's players like, most of us here, obviously the captains have been playing for a long time, maybe a bit better than some of the other players who haven't been playing for as long. So what we like to do is, we set up captains, we make pickers, we play COD, and we have a good time. Does anybody want to add on to that?
Yeah, man. Long time ago, big MW days. I was a little poop at the game, but I came in with a little bit of hope. A bunch of guys I didn't really know. It was in the middle of high school, so I was just low key trying to make some new friends at the same time. I played COD my whole life, and then I found the CCDL. Played MW, got absolutely horked on every map. But better days ahead. Where's the method Zinni? And here we are. I'm a picker, top KD in the tourney last year. Not the flex or anything, but
Lost so much composure.
we're doing good now. CCDL's grown, man. Like from the MW tourney, there's 4 teams of 4. We couldn't even play 5v5, which is what the game was supposed to be. Now we got 5 teams of 4. There's some people that didn't even get picked. Like it's more competitive than ever, man. So it's a good thing to see. Honestly, I'm hoping one day we can get a LAN event going on in Chatham. I think that'd be absolutely class.
Fucking Wish Center.
But Wish Center, 0 ping, bet on 0 ping. That'd be jokes, man.
Dang, that guy's a different breed, bro. The
Cold
guy's a
War.
different breed.
Cold War.
I do want to get some input here from my good friend Luke Duke, Skilled Monkey 00, aka Sus.
Oh, back
This
him.
guy had one of the biggest rockiest journeys in the CCDL. He started as a
Facts.
bottom of the barrel player.
Modern
And now this
Warfare.
guy's grinding pro points every week. So I just wanna get your thoughts on how your journey in the CCDL has been.
I started out in MW, kind of when it started. Not right when it started. I joined in late, but came in as I mean, you could change your name. And then I eventually changed my name to Ice Coffee. 189 Ice Coffee or something like that. Everybody was the McDonald's crew.
McDonald's clan, the
Yep.
McDonald's clan, we were
And
different.
I was an absolute burger. Like I was playing on the 60-inch TV, PS4. Like setup was kind of chalked. And then eventually Cold War wanted to redeem myself and not be a burger, so I got a monitor on the PS4 and just went on from there. And Vanguard now on a PC with cracked monitor, and made a big difference. Went from burger to captain in
Beast.
Cold War.
Burger to beast. League story. And obviously, we have a newer player here, Big Papa Pump. New player hopped into the Cold War season. Let me just get your thoughts on the initial introduction of the CCDL. If you were nervous coming in, already a year late, let me just get your thoughts on that.
Well, I was labeled as a sandbagger, like very, 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 very early on. I said it was dog shit, and I dropped 40 with the bullfrog of all guns. May have been using G attachments. We're gonna keep that on the low though. But I came in there. All my friends have been playing for a long time, so I said, "Ah, fuck it, let me get in this bitch." So hopped in, had some fun. Was labeled as a sandbagger. Worked my way up to. I ended up being the first pick at the end of the tournament. The team was dog shit though. We lost every map.
Yep.
That's what happens when you have two bottom tiers. You can't carry every day. But came to Vanguard. Uh, decided let's spend some money getting good at this game. I got off the terrible PS4. I actually got a monitor and didn't get a a 40 frame TV, and I'm the top now. So it's been a good journey, a lot of fun, a lot of new people I've met. Realize there's some people that don't have thumbs, but that's just the way you go.
And for anybody who doesn't know, back in MW, this is not no free league, okay? We don't give giveaways. We don't do none of that. We play for money in the league, all right? Not really me, because I'm a softie, but wagers do happen. Like, the money is made in CCDL. We have players with hundreds of dollars of earnings.
Oh, Cold
in
War, it was serious.
CCDL.
I literally
Hundreds of
I literally
dollars of
took 50
earnings.
bucks off Luke in like 2 games, like
Yeah.
2 series.
Yeah, this isn't not no soft rolling league. We do play for money. We do want everybody to be going hard, right? We don't really like sandbagging and taking the back seat to teams. So we play hard. We play for money. We want to win our friends' money, and we go hard, man. This isn't soft. We get the comms flowing, and chirps are flowing. And yeah, we do hear chirps. We play in game chat. You will hear slander if you are doing bad, and you will hear slander.
And you will have bodies being shot.
Mm-hmm.
Your body will be shot. Your body will be teabagged. You need to have some thick alligator skin if you want to play in the CCDL. Okay,
Very much so.
need to get that cleared out of the way there. But what we're here to talk about today is the 2022 Call of Duty Vanguard tournament, which we have just selected teams for a couple of weeks ago.
Our fifth captain isn't here with us. He's probably sleeping right now. 8
He is
p.m.
No
unfortunately not here. He might hop in midstream here.
Doesn't
but,
matter. His team sucks anyways. so-
Alex is known as Sue.
Yeah, he unfortunately is not here with us today on stream.
Go first.
I think we should go over some of the teams here. We can go in order of the picks.
Shit, I need a.
So team 150 Cent would be the first one up. Ben, I'm gonna ask you first. What was your initial thoughts after the draft with your team?
I'm feeling pretty good about my team. Some would say that first pick isn't really an advantage because you kind of get 2 low tiers when it comes back because this is a snake draft. But I mean, I got Brody, most underrated player in the game. I'm telling you, you get this guy some quality reps. You teach him a little bit of map rotation. This guy's going to be a different breed on the map. He's a sleeper pick. He's a brainless. You have no brain if you're not picking him first. Okay.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes, I
saying?
agree.
You got no brain if you're not picking him first. Okay. So I'm happy with my first pick. You're not the winningest player in the CCDL for no reason. Okay. Wheezy F baby. The guy might get backpacked, okay? He might get backpacked sometimes. He might drop 9 kills on a Gav hardpoint. But he's the winningest player for the reason. The guy's a ASIM of the league, okay? Next to Osed. Osed's obviously the OG ASIM.
Yes.
Wheezy F baby, he's right up there. And then I got Carlos. I mean, this guy took 3 weeks off the game and came back and dropped 45 on bow cage. Like this guy's not no joke, okay? This guy's my AR duo. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about my picks. I really think we have a shot on winning the tournament. I honestly do believe that. I think that we can take down any team on any given day.
I think Fives could be argued as the most overrated player.
He also could be argued as that. He gets his ear filled quite a bit. He gets his ear filled with that he's junk now. He's washed. All this garbage. You know what? At the end of the day, he's putting on his Turtle Beaches. He's blocking these haters out. And he's going to perform for me. I know he is. I know he's going to perform for me.
Yeah, I think you run an AR on that team?
Yeah, most definitely. I've been an AR at heart since, 2019. I'm a slower play style. I think I shoot pretty straight as an AR, honestly. I don't have the reaction time to keep up with these cracked SMGs that are in the league these days, like Sus and Big Poopy Pump. These guys are a little bit too cracked with the sub for me, so I kind of hang it on by a thread when I play sub. But, if I have to take it out, I can manage sometimes. I can get kind of twisted on the sub low-key. But, I'm just playing the main AR role, and I want to direct my team. I'm confident in my Slayers and my OBJ play. But I'll be able to.
You're looking even more dangerous than last month and switched to PC.
Yeah, I've been feeling pretty cracked lately. I don't know if it's gone without being noticed, but kind of been running the private lobbies a little bit. I don't. I've been feeling pretty cracked on sticks. So I really hope that I can just coach my team to win here.
No, that team could be gross, bro. You on AR, and then Fives running the front line with the SMG. He likes to go rogue. So I mean, I think that team, the way it was built, and looks pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie.
Brody's literally Scumpy in Black Ops 2. All right, a guy's literally different.
I have one more question about your team, Ben. We're going to talk about your back-to-back second and third round picks here, Weezy and Carlos. Last year in the tournament, I chose Carlos as Mr. Irrelevant. I didn't choose him, but he was given to me because I had the last pick again. And Carlos really didn't show up in the tournament last year. He had a 0.21 KD in hardpoint, a 0.26 overall KD. Do you think he's going to be able... I do understand that he was laying in his bed, feet up on the pillows, like whatever.
Now he's sitting up with a monitor.
Now he's sitting up with a monitor. Do you think he's going to be able to perform? He's one of the most committed players to the league these days. He was pulling a pop-up pump and a Luke, PS4, 60-inch TV. The guy drinks beers too. Let me tell you, that guy can throw back some Bud Lights, okay? That guy would crush 8 Michelobes and hop on for a CDL and drop a 1 in 25 gameplay. But guess what, guys? He's different now, okay? He's on the monitor. He's got a PS5. That's a pretty good console. Pretty good console for the CCDL. If you're on a PS5, you're good. All right? We still got players on PS4s. I mean, 60 frames. Like, I don't know what you're doing with that. Like,
you're shocked.
We're in 2022, man. Like,
you're in la-la, bro.
Yeah, you're la-la. Like, Carlos, man, dude, that guy's that guy's frying my shit sometimes. This guy catches me off guard. I'm looking at him. I think it's a free 50 pot, and next thing I know, I'm respawning back at fucking Backtrain Berlin, okay? This guy's nothing. This guy, you don't fuck with this guy no more, okay? He's on a monitor. He's on a PS5. He's got all the settings right. His dead zones are right. The guy's cracked now, okay? Most improved player from last year. Behind Weezy F, baby, for sure.
Yeah, I think your team's looking pretty good, Ben. Anything else for team 50 Cent, or are we gonna move on?
Nothing right now.
All right, so team 2 was actually Team Sus, but since Sus fell asleep during the draft, Mr. Nolan T-Bear was selecting his team, and he chose himself number 2. Sus, how do you feel about your first round pick selections?
So, started out with Teebs, and right when I found that out, I was trying to dish him off, and I ended up being able to, and traded Teebs and Craig for Chugs and Curtis, or Gertis, whichever one you want to call it. And I'm happy about that trade. I mean, Teebs was drafting for me, so I mean, it makes sense. He picked himself. Like, the team he picked wasn't bad, but I just had my mind set on Chugs because, like, last year I couldn't go. I went with an SMG, and this year I don't want to make the same mistake. with me being an SMG anyway, so I picked up Chugs as an AR.
Yeah. So I see.
Honestly, pretty good captain decision there by Luke. I can't lie. Like you need to have some roles established in your league. You can't have 4 subs; it won't work. I think that's a pretty good business decision by you there, Captain Sus.
I'm just looking at the collegecod.com stats here. We got a few players that are in the CCL around here, and you traded for Chugs, and he plays for Brock U ACAD, but his stats are nothing to be messed around with the 1.42 hard point, a 1.27 S&D, and a 1.46 control with 84 seconds on average on hill time as an AR.
Love to
That's
see it.
really those are some really decent stats for a CCL ACAD player. So you can't really be complaining with that.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to playing with Chugs. I mean, his passion isn't through the roof right now, but I'm hoping that changes and towards the future, getting closer to the start of the league. Champs.
How do you feel about your last 2 picks on your roster,
The
especially?
Ousted and Gertis.
So, I mean, said the guy loves the hill. Like, he loves to sit in hill, and me, Sus, I don't love the hill. I love to keep it white,
Well, you know that.
and Osa, Osa loves to keep it blue. So, I think it's a good pick for me, having a guy like that who loves to sit on the hill, and then I could just roam around and slay, hopefully. And then Curtis, I got him, traded for him, because me and the Spence brothers, Craig and Grant, and as I've heard, Grant's not playing this year, but Craig, we just don't get along well. Like, they don't like the way I play the game, so I had to avoid him. So I dished him off for Curtis. But I think I would have wanted Curtis anyways, because the guy plays in some ratty corners and stuff, and it's just like need guy like that on my team. So like last year, SND on raid, guy dropped 19 as being a bottom tier player. Like you don't see that very often. I think
No.
that was the highest a bottom tier
The
player
guy's
dropped last year.
twisted. The guy's twisted.
Yeah, he has been away from his PS4 though, so I'm a bit worried about that. But once he gets back into the flow, I'm hoping he's looking to maybe make a difference on this team.
Do you
Nice,
find?
nice.
Do you think you're gonna have any struggles in any game modes with that roster?
I mean, I think we're kind of like well rounded. Like, I mean, I feel like we either just struggle in them all or just like win them all. You know what I mean?
You know what? You have a fair point there. I'm just kind of curious on what your SND is gonna look like. I know that you're kind of a route man yourself. You know, I always I'm always watching my back when I'm playing you on these SNDs. You know, you got Luke as the route man, Chugs as the AR, but like, what do you got for your teammates? Like, as O said, the bomb guy, or you got Curtis as the bomb guy? How are you gonna
who's
get
your
these
flex?
bomb
You
guys?
don't really have a flex on that roster. You don't really have someone that's capable of running a second AR.
Yeah, I think I think it'll be between Osid and Curtis. You know, either or grabbing the bomb. But I think I'll find myself pulling out the AR a lot, or maybe even the SNIZ. You know, find myself
Oh,
needing to.
I
fair
like that
point.
out of
Fair
you.
point.
Any other comments for Team Sus Havens?
I honestly I think that Team Sus is pretty good. Yeah, I think he's kind of like a dark horse team, you know, for the tournament this year. I think he definitely has potential to win. Especially since like if you got a crack sub on your team like Lucas, like this guy can take over a game easily on hardpoint. This guy, we've seen it happen numerous times. When this guy reaches his flow state, it's dangerous, you know. So as long as the ARs keep this guy controlled, yeah, I think we'll be able to take him down. But when Luke's on that crack sub roll, man, this guy could take over some games. I think he might have a chance to win the tournament if he stays consistent.
Love that gas.
Oh, look at me smiling.
All right,
What's
moving
that
on to
third?
Team Sue then.
Yes, we will be talking about Team Sue. I know he's not here to talk about his team or defend himself, but it doesn't matter.
Bottom
Team
tier.
Sue consists of Sue, Boschfrost, who happens to be his cousin, if you did not know that. Ashton, our good roommate here at And
Whoa.
OVO,
Are you
Whoa.
kidding me? Those are
Whoa.
address?
whatever.
It's getting
Call it if
bleeped.
you want,
It's
man.
getting bleeped.
You're gonna know odds if you mess with me in this, though. Anyways, the last pick was Anthony Isaac OVO, Windsor Track Star. You Windsor Track Star, ladies and gentlemen.
representing.
This guy is a beast on the track, but not a beast on the sticks. I'll tell you that for free.
I think
No,
that's a
I feel like
burger
he's a
pick.
sleeper.
I
feel
think
like he's
that's
a
a
sleeper
burger
this year.
pick.
Yes, I
No,
agree.
no. I don't know. You guys can hear me on this one. Towards the end of Cold War, Anthony Isaac was viewed as the absolute worst dog shit player. But he did go he did go under some severe training with Luke at the end of the Cold War season. He actually learned how to slide cancel, and that's some dedication of the man. And I feel like in this game, skill gap's a bit lesser. You can catch that man on the hill, slide canceling, get shit on, and you're just checked for the rest of the game. Could happen.
I may have
Just
helped.
don't understand. I don't understand the pick of OVO over Curtis. I just feel like Curtis does the same thing as OVO, but just a little bit better.
No, I just think Curtis avoids the hill. He's not a very hill dominant sub. He just kind of sits in corners.
Curtis is a cruddy player,
Mhm.
Yeah.
He is a cruddy.
And
you know
OVO
what?
is a hill. He is a super soaker.
Okay,
This
but
guy-
here's the
this guy
difference.
will play with an STG on bow cage as a super soaker.
Yeah,
You
he
know?
will literally lay prone in the middle of the hill if he needs
His
to.
IQ is not the highest on the battlefield.
Okay. Here's the difference between OVO and Curtis, though. So like, I may have helped him with his movement or whatever, but one thing I did avoid was helping him with his comms. Like, if you play with OVO and you hear his comms, you just you're sitting there, you're locked
checked.
in, and then you hear him comm, and you could just tell he's not locked in at all. Like, it just seems
checked.
shock,
he,
bro.
he also rages every single death. Every single death, every time he's dead, he got some mini rage in there. That would check me out personally.
I don't know. I've heard from multiple sources he has matured as a human being since he has went off to college
has
or
changed.
university. He has changed, so you never know. The
Actually,
man
lost
could
full.
become reformed. I think OVO could have a huge impact on this tournament. However, I do still think Team Sulo is utter dog shit.
Yeah, I think we're gonna talk about his first round pick here, Mr. Bosfrost, third overall pick. He does play ACAD COD in the CCL, the Fitch off Fuel. They're pretty. I would
Let
say
me
they're
pull up the
pretty mid.
stats.
I got his stats up already.
Oh, you do?
We
Okay.
got the. They're pretty mid team. Like they're decent. Can win a few games, but
Got pooped on by
So-
Winter.
Bosfrost is a weird player in my eyes, and I honestly don't really understand the pick of him at number 3. When you have players like Chugs, that you could take, who is,
Safer
he's
pick.
he's a safe pick. He's structured. You know exactly what you're gonna get. Bosfrost can either drop 50 or 5, and there's no in between. And one thing I do know is that he will get on the hill for you. So, for Sue's standpoint, that's okay. But then that's where I don't really understand, because you have OVO who does the exact same thing. So, in my eyes, even Ashton, his other pick, likes to play around the hill. So if you kill Sue in the back, it feels like there's just gonna be 3 guys sitting on the hill, and you're just throwing 2 nades and they're all dead, and it's gonna be 4 down. So, maybe the Bosfrost choice was could have been a little bit different, but especially when you get a guy like Ashton who will be sitting on the point as well, things don't really add up there for me.
Hey, but you
I
know what?
agree.
The recent changes to Ashton's game, he has been playing the AR role more
Yeah,
often.
'cause he's not on a 75 minimum
Um,
threshold.
yeah, he changed his dead zones. Pele gave him a big helping hand. 75 dead zones on the right stick. It's not good to have.
No.
So Pele gave him a good helping hand. He's been up there. Honestly, he's been on my team a couple series recently. And he's honestly keeping up in the slang department. So honestly, on a PS4, the guy's gross for a PS4. I honestly, I'll give it to him.
I do think Ashton's a good pick for this team, but realistically, I think this team will struggle to win a single search.
Yes.
Their
SMD is
search
gonna be a problem.
Their search is gonna be terrible. OVO is brainless. Bosfrost gets blooded almost every round first, especially from the series we watched today. I think he had a combined between the two search maps. I think he had a combined 9 first deaths, which is
That's tough.
that's that's actually
That's tough.
crazy to think about. Um, Sue has improved. Sue was coming into the tournament. Sue was probably regarded as the lowest out of all the captains, but he has improved. I think these last couple of games he's really stepped it up.
Frying as of late.
Mm-hmm.
Sulo, Sulo's one of those players, man,
He's
where
a streaky player.
if he gets in his flow state, if he's like getting momentum on the map, he can be very good. He can be very good if he gets his flow
I
going.
feel like I feel like that's the entirety of this team, though. If I think about it, these
Yeah.
guys are very streaky. I do think it's gonna come down to Ashton or Bostros having to push out of their comfort zone and kind of push up into a spot. I would like to see Ashton doing that of all things, because as you guys do know, he does. I think he's like the only player that plays on what is it, tactical. So
Tactical.
I play on
instead of B
tactical.
hopping, instead of B, yeah, but you also play claw, so it's a bit different.
Sure.
But he just plays the normal hands. He likes
The
to
normal human
drop shot
being
a lot.
stuff.
Yeah, he likes
Yep,
to
he
drop
is
shot a
the
lot.
only player in the CCDL that
That
is
drop
drop
shots.
shotting still in 2022.
So I
It's
feel
outrageous.
I
but,
do feel you get him in a spot like kitchen on bow cage. Easy pick up an easy 2-piece, easy 3-piece, but just catching someone off guard, just thundering around the corners, getting shit on by a drop shot.
But what are you
Does-
doing? Why are you getting your belly wet on the ground?
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
I don't know. I
The-
don't know what you're
Very
doing. But
uh, that team does have upside in maps. Like I feel like bow cage will be a good map for them. I think they're gonna be a good respawn team. I don't know. I feel like their controls and their I feel like controls and their searches are just gonna struggle a bit. I feel like it's gonna be a lot onto Sue on that situation there.
Yeah, I feel like if they get a guy who fits in that support role or flex role, like helping out Sue, the team could be dangerous. But I mean, it just doesn't. I don't think that's gonna happen personally, and
yeah.
I think this team's gonna struggle. In my
Ashen's
opinion.
gonna have to come up huge for this team to win games. If Ashen is frying out of his mind, then these guys could be unstoppable. But Ashen has to be absolutely frying, probably in a role he doesn't even really want to play, which is that second AR. But you never really know.
I do think Boss Rush could pull out the second AR. His class is absolute dog shit for it. I've told him that multiple times. His class is probably one of the worst classes you could have for the automaton, but he likes it. He does sit in some ratty spots. He's a very ratty player.
I do want to clarify quickly on what my good friend Monk was saying about Ashton. We want to make sure that Ashton is frying and not fried, because
Yes, sir.
he does get those mixed up every now and then. But
He is off the Papania a lot.
if he is frying, then I could see this team getting some wins. Some
I
wins.
do agree.
Taking some maps off some good teams here.
I think that'll do it for Team Sue. Team 4 consists of Dan Control's team. Dan, now going by Pelly after the name change. Back to what his name should be, not something stupid. But yeah,
I agree. I
Pelly,
agree. I do
thoughts on
agree.
your team after your big trade with Team Sus?
Well, I kind of felt blessed. I got into a great spot in the draft. I thought it was a good spot. Chugs fell to me, and Chugs. I got Chugs in the first round. I got Goody in the third round or second round, and then the last round I picked up Gertis, and I thought going in, I said this is great. I don't have to run AR because I do think the better player should be running the MP40 in CCDL. I feel like it's an advantage if you have a player that will constantly just drop 50 kills in their spawn. So I was looking forward to running the MP40 with the choice, but then Luke came to me with an offer I couldn't miss out on. I got Teebs. I think he's a great player. As many of you guys know,
I think he's fucking junk.
that's what we all thought in Cold War as well. After he played 6 series in a row, took a break, and everyone thought he was the second best player at the end of the tournament behind Bonk. As he did carry Team
Lost
Sulo
full.
to the he did carry Team Sulo to the
He
finals.
isn't a top 10 player in the league. He's fucking horrible.
Alrighty.
Jesus.
I don't know how you said top 2, bro.
I don't know.
He
Well,
had
people
second
thought he was.
best KD at the end of the Cold War tournament.
Okay, KD, bro.
He was frying. He was
Was.
frying our shit. He actually carried that team.
He was
He
frying.
did.
I think Teebs, honestly, I
said
think Teebs plays better when he plays with Sue. Think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Teebs
But
plays
they
much
have that
better.
little demon arc connection.
Yeah, bro.
Some weird
He
shit going on there,
is
but
probably the weirdest player in the league,
How
bro.
does that? No, he
This
is.
guy is so unpredictable on the map, it makes him horrible.
Yeah.
That
Guy,
was,
guy
uh,
doesn't have a
This
plan,
guy,
bro.
listen to this. I got an example from CCDL the other day, okay? We were playing a series, okay? Gav control. Okay, we're on defense, and we clear B. Like, I'm on defense, right? So I'm clearing B, and I'm going to push up, like, outer beach, right? Like, push up on the map, get some map control. And Teams is just laying down in the middle of the beach, just way off on the side of the map, laying down, okay? So obviously the amazing gaming athleticism I have, I piss on him, like I just snap on him. And the death calm I receive is, you're so weird for being there. Now let me ask you guys something. If I didn't come up beach there, okay, what is he doing on the map? What is he doing? Laying down on his belly in the middle of the
Dick
beach
in the
on
floor.
Capitol.
Dick in the fucking sand. Sitting there doing absolutely nothing.
He's making a sandcastle. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes teams, man, this guy, his brain shuts down on the map. He gets put in the blender, and it's hard for him to crawl his way out. That guy is a big, streaky player. And as long as you can stop him map one, it's a series win.
A wrap.
Well, you guys could say that, but that's also where I come in with my second pick. I picked Matthew Dro, Goody as we all call him. I think he's I don't really know how he fell to me. We're gonna have to ask Bonk on that one, as he might have made 2 burger picks, not taking Goody, because he has upgraded to a monitor. I think in a PS5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, PS5.
Last couple weeks hasn't showed the true capability that everyone knows he has. But I do think tournament time, as Ben can attest to, he just turned up as he's probably your best player last year, Ben, on your tournament team. As a lot of you guys struggled, you struggled a bit, but you did keep your form throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
Goody was very, very exceptional in the tournament.
Yeah, one good thing I will say about Goody is he's a very good listener. You know, if you
It's
if
true.
you wanna get plays going and you wanna like get some team needs and shit out, like Goody, a very good listener. You know, we have some players in the league that don't like
well,
that
W6.
We'll get to the
Feels like-
opposite. The opposite next team.
feels like I'm mute,
Yeah.
like sitting cruddy L, like he will do those kind of. But Goody, you know, very good listener, and you know what, he definitely can hit some shots. You know, he
Yeah.
can hit some shots.
Um,
As long as I think honestly, as long as you do not permit him to take out a sniper in SND, he can be valued in SND.
yeah, that's gonna be a struggle with our team. We have 2 people that really want to use a sniper, and then I'm not terrible with it, but we're gonna try and keep the snipers on a low on this team. I do think guns are very valuable. But moving on to my last pick, I had Curtis, but I traded him for Craig. As we all know, Craig's not valued too high. He was picked over Goody last year, which was turned out to make Team Sue lose. But I do have faith in Craig this year. He hasn't played a ton, but we all do know he does love watching the CDL. If you give him some time, give him some classes. Was not running the great classes whatsoever this year, but what can do? I feel like he'd be a very valuable player. Still not gonna hit what still don't know what gun he's gonna be using, but he will for sure be the early rotation man.
Yep, for
As,
sure. I was
It's
gonna,
actually-
I was gonna make an input there.
It's a
on
perfect
Craig.
role for him. It's a perfect
Yeah,
role for him.
Craig.
He's a
Craig.
great
He
guy.
is one of the bottom tier players that does know how to make a play.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
he has some IQ on the map. He will rotate early. You know, he will play cruddy in the back for spawns. He can make those plays.
Moscow, especially.
You know,
Mhm.
he's just
That guy was a demon.
Mhm.
That guy was a demon on Moscow hardpoint.
yeah,
Yes,
that,
he
that
was.
guy
It
knew
was-
how
it
to
was
that
better
guy
than
knew how to flip spawns, man.
He does
Yeah.
know how to play his life very well in the air, so I am hoping that I am hoping to mold Craig into a slower AR on this team.
Last
I feel like
year,
the team
right.
roles aren't completely set, but I feel like there's a good idea of what we can do here.
Last year the man was picked over Goody.
I got
Goody,
both of them.
yep. It's actually wild, bro. Craig over Goody.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy how much the draft stocks have changed this year. And personally, contrary to what Pele said earlier, I personally think that there is a larger skill gap in the CCDL this year than last year. I really do personally feel that.
Well,
I feel like the bottom tiers this year are a
I mean,
lot
like,
worse than they were last
well,
year.
no, here. I mean, like, I do agree with what you say. Like, I mean, like, the captains, like, are obviously like last year was a bit different. Like, but I feel like the captains this year are like beyond way better than any of the bottom tiers. But I feel like the difference between someone's second pick and their third pick, I feel like it's a bit smaller. Like I do feel like if Craig had played the game this year, I feel like Craig could have easily been picked in that second round. I feel like the only reason he dropped is because he hadn't played a lot this year. I think he barely played like at all. But I'm excited for my team. I've got good chemistry on the team, good vibes as long as we're not getting absolutely dicked on. But I doubt we will. I feel like we're probably the most well-rounded team in every game mode. I don't really see a weakness in our team other than I think the only thing that's going to make us lose games is ourselves, to be honest with you guys. I feel
Yeah.
like if we can keep the team morale up, then I don't really see us dropping too many maps.
In
I
my
think if you had, sorry, go ahead, Sus.
in my opinion, I think this team is gonna fall into some issues like Team Fives last year if they start to lose early. Because Dan Control or now Pele, he can get frustrated a bit, with his big ego he has nowadays. He can become frustrated and like to blame his teammates. And
Yep.
then you go to Teebs, and I think Teebs is the only one that's gonna really be able to save this team because Teebs does have a good mentality. Like he'll stay positive even if he's getting dunked on.
That's very true. That's very true.
Goody, on the other hand, if he gets joked a couple times, he could be
He's losing
checked.
full.
Yeah, he's losing full. He's gonna be checked, and Craig as well. Craig won't lose as much composure, but Craig just won't be as dialed. So that's where I think this team could fall into some issues
I do.
potentially.
The only redeeming factor about that is that the team winnings is up this year. I think by a ton. No, for first place, I think it's up how much?
Well, Team
Uh,
winning.
I think it's
$20
25
more.
player.
I
25
know.
player.
I think it's 25 more because the
Yeah,
buy-in is
yeah,
25 this
25,
year.
25, 25,
25.
So how
25
much?
more than last year, yeah.
So then how much was for the winners last year?
Winning
80.
team is
$80.
$80.
So then are we gonna? Okay, okay.
So that's
So I
good.
know I do. Craig is a big time player, as we all know. He does love money, so I feel like he'd be dialed this year with the extent of fact that
That's very
kind
true.
of got choked last year. He's gonna do a lot better this year.
He could have a
Yeah.
brown bill in his back pocket. You never know.
Mm-hmm. It's very enticing to players like that. But yeah, I'm excited for my team. Excited for what we can do on the maps. I do feel that there are no teams in league that can compete with us for
Bro.
hard point. I feel like our hard point will be unmatched. Like you guys got to realize we got 3 people that can easily drop 40 kills. Name me one other team. Name me one other team like has.
Mine.
Who's your third person that's dropping 40 kills?
Mine. Wheezy.
I just lost full composure.
We've seen Wheezy drop
Mine.
40.
Mine
Yeah, but he was
also.
cheating.
If we keep Wheezy off the dab pen, bro, this guy's gonna be different, man. I'm telling you.
I think Curtis could be different.
And he'll drop it with 3 minutes on the hill.
Yep.
That is
True.
true. That is true. We do have to keep an eye on Weezy maybe as he has been caught cheating multiple times this year.
Not in that way. He's just
no, not in the
breaking
hacker
GAs.
way, but breaking multiple GAs in a
All
very
right,
smart
so
way.
I think we should move on now to the fifth and final team here. Last but definitely not least here, Team Bonk. What are your thoughts here with your draft picks that you picked up this year?
You know, there's a lot of things falling through my mind with this pick because I had the same pick last year, where you're being the last pick in the first round. You know you get Mr. Irrelevant, and that's one thing that like when you know you're gonna get the worst player in the draft, you gotta start thinking ahead. So you already know you're getting Grant, right? So you're taking. I was very close to taking the same two that I picked back to back last year, which would have been Ashton and Midley's Beast. But I realized, like, yeah, like I had fun with those guys last year, but there's more talent now in the second round compared to what they are now. No offense to those guys, I love them very dearly, and I don't want to put them through. We would lose every game. I would not want to do that to them. So I went ahead, looked at the draft board, and said, "All right, first pick, I'm taking best player available, and I'm taking the fucking Mr. Tom Brady of the CCDL. Guy has won both tournaments we've had. MW, he drafted me, and we showed everyone. And MW 2019, I was a burger. I was playing with my boy Nut Insider on my team, and you know the guy's nasty. Cold War, the guy was still kind of nasty, not as good as he was in MW, but I know he's
50
got a
Cent took him to a victory.
yeah, I know. Nut Insider's got a 40-inch Ethernet cable going through his house now
Mhm.
into his PlayStation, so connection issues are no longer a worry. And the guy hasn't lost. I have to take that. The guy's won back-to-back tournaments. You know, the guy can fry if he wants to. We're playing for 100 bones possibly. So I know he's not going to be trolling. He's a gross sniper. I'm usually a sniper in S&E. I'm saying fuck that. I'm letting him do whatever he wants. I'm giving Devin the free reign to do whatever he wants. I want him to be as most comfortable as possible, do whatever he wants. I'm letting him do whatever he wants. Now,
Yeah, I think that's a very good decision that you can
Yep.
make here.
I
We
was
know that Devin has been the best sniper in every game for the last 3
Mhm.
years. I don't know what it is. That guy with the snipe put a sniper in his hand, and I'm not shoulder peeking that. You know,
Nope.
there's some players in the
I
league.
was
I see Pedro with the sniper tusking grass. I might slide cancel that, but if I
but
see
you are not. No, you are
I'm not
not.
doing it. Absolutely not.
that is a good pick. I will admit, I was thinking of taking him with the pick ahead of Jake, of course, and the snake. I would have had a pick very very soon, but I did shy away because I wasn't sure of the connection. As the last year, especially in Cold War, connection was a big problem. But that's very upset that he now has an Ethernet cable.
Yep.
But that's a
After
good
the
thing
draft
for.
too. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That would have definitely been picked if I knew he had stable connection.
Yeah, and I'm just enough about Devin. He's a good player. I'm going to talk about my other pick that I had because I had back-to-back snake draft. I was in a very big dilemma here. I knew that I wanted to take Pedro, and in my heart, I wanted to take Pedro. Pedro and Nut Insider are yin and yang.
That's a demon duo.
That's gross, right? But Pedro can sometimes go a bit rogue. He gets, I don't know. So I made the executive decision to take Stubby 06, and I'll keep it a buck. I almost regretted taking him. As soon as the draft is over, I was calling up my boy Pele, and I had Stubby on the trade block for Pedro, and I could have just taken him. I kind of burgered a little bit, but the more I look at it, Stubby's been playing some more CCDLs now. His PS4 is currently locked up in his house in Chatham, but he's playing on 50 cents PS5 right now, getting some reps in.
Mhm.
Looking pretty good on the map, actually. I'm not gonna lie, he's doing pretty decent. I'm gonna have to go over some S&D strats with him, make sure he knows what he's doing because he gets a little lost sometimes. But he knows
do have
he,
a
he
question.
wants me to help him. So
I do have two questions
Let
actually
me.
right off the bat for
okay,
Tom.
done.
First thing, do you think Stubby switching from a PS5 to a PS4 come tournament time will be a big difference? Because I think it will. Stubby has been frying on 50 cents PS5, but these last couple of games, I've thought to myself, I said, come tournament time, I don't know if we drop the same numbers. And two, um, as we all know, Stubby is a micromanager, especially when it comes to S&D. It's costed up multiple games because he doesn't shut up in the middle of rounds. So I do wanna hear from you. What do you think? What do you think we'll have to do?
Yep. So I've already had a few conversations with Stubby. Obviously, I live with the kids, so we've been having
Here
some
we have
pretty
teammate
in-depth.
Ashton here.
Yep.
Good roommate here. On the PS4. Yeah, he has the cricket glitch right now, so he can't. 100%.
I think it was Luke who actually put that on my PS4 when he was here and tried to snap the game.
Yeah,
Caught me.
What was I saying? Something about
I was
Stubby.
answering.
Oh
it
yeah,
was, I
sorry.
was answering. There was the question about Stubby on his PS5,
Yes, yes.
PS4, and then the S&D.
I'll answer the micromanage question first.
Okay.
So I've been having some deep convos with him. I understand that he thinks he's basically FaZe Crowder mixed with Rambo Ray, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with him all the time. I don't really care about what he thinks. I think he doesn't play the game as much as I do. Like I'm gonna be the play caller. He understands that, right? Not Insider understands that. So he understands that, but when he plays CCDL, yeah, he might try to do this weird shit, whatever. But he knows that deep down that I will be making the play calls. So then, but the thing with the PS4, the guy's been playing on a PS4 his whole life, but he was playing on like an actual TV. So even now that I gave him my old monitor, so he will be playing like on a decent monitor no matter what. But I don't think he'll make that big a difference as long as he's not playing on a television. I think we should be fine.
I personally think Stubby's the worst player in the league. I think he's absolutely horrible. I think he makes horrible team decisions.
He did
He's a
cost
horrible
heavy
team
today.
player, horrible for team morale, worst teammate in the world. This guy will yell at me, when I'm frying. I think he's going to destroy your team. Your team's going to be toxic.
I do think
I'm going to shoot his body every single time I kill him. I'm going to teabag him. I'm going to make sure that I give him living hell on the map.
I do think Nut Insider so I do think Devin and Stubby is a bad mix. I do think Devin's a very morale-based player. If you get him going, he's almost unstoppable on the map, and I do think Stubby could mess with that mojo. I also would like to add on to Ben's point earlier. We did play game relay today. Stubby did bring bomb in boat cage past both the bomb sites, and then proceeded to get mad at me because I died trying to get the bomb.
Yeah, it all comes down to 50 Cent. That was an easy ace for him. I think I picked up back-to-back S&D aces that map, so, it's really not a big deal. I just remember slide canceling on Luke top back barn. It was kind of a free 50 pot kill. I don't know why Stubby's challenging me. He's burger challenging me back tank, But then it's just easy two pieces from there on out. So I think, honestly, my S&D is the best part of my game. It always has been. I'm a very patient player. And at the end of the day, Stubby doesn't want to match my patientness on the map, then I'm going to make him pay for it. So
yeah, and I wanted to make one more comment about my team real quick before you guys start rambling about something else. I had Grant as Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, the worst player in COD history.
The guy doesn't have thumbs, the guy doesn't have brain cells.
Is it Grant or Zoop?
Grant was dropped. I did drop Grant for free agent Fazupi right off the Warzone. The guy has played the game like 4 times, but the guy's a Warzone demon, so he
downloaded the game 2 weeks ago.
Yes, he just downloaded the game, but he wasn't that bad last year. At the end of Cold War, the guy was actually starting to do some good things. I realized that.
He
Grant has never done good things.
He didn't jump off the map and raid, right, Pele?
Yes, he didn't jump off. But I've never seen Grant do anything that Fazoop does. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Grant is terrible. Grant.
So
it makes me.
Grant. I was gonna keep Grant, honestly, but when he told me that he has no time to play COD, I said, all right, then you're shocked, buddy. Like I don't want you. So then I picked up Fazoop off the free agency list, and I think that was a very, very good business decision for me to pick up Fazoop because the guy will listen. His comms are ass, but every shitter's comms are ass except for maybe Craig. But at the end of the day, I think Fazupi has a better gunning, better game sense if he plays the game. So I think that was a good decision out of me. But
I think that was a great decision.
I agree. I think everybody in the league would agree too.
I think this team is I'd rank them number 4, right above Sue's team. Because in my opinion, it's just because of Stubby, I think Stubby is gonna. In my opinion, Stubby's the worst listener out of the whole CCDL, especially after today. Today was brutal with Stubby, Even though Bonk does try to defend him about it, it was still bad. But I think he's also gonna hinder Nut Insider's performance in the
Thank you. I'm glad someone
league this
backs me
year.
up on that one. I do think I personally have them at 3 because I do have them at 3 only because Stubby is a better player than Weezy F Baby. How,
Are you actually
however,
telling me my team's number 4 right now?
I do have you number 4. I do have you number 4.
I'm
I
literally winning the tournament. I don't know what
listen,
I don't know what you're thinking about. My
listen.
team's literally gonna win.
As we know, last year, the team that had the number 1 pick and was left with the 2 shitters struggled a ton.
We see have Baby and Carlos are not Gertis and Fazupi.
That is true.
There's
However,
a huge difference there.
They are good players.
You need to chill.
I don't know.
They are very
I
good
s-
players. In
I
the
still do
CCDL.
think Stubio 6 has just a bitter, just a bit more effect on the map than Wheezy does.
I've been shocked that I just got rated 4th. I've been shocked.
If you
But
had
you know what?
JP
Honestly, Bonk, like I honestly feel like for having last pick, your team's pretty good. Your team's good
Yeah.
for having last pick. You know, and I
back
think
to back
Well,
this
having-
bank is huge.
Back to back with Mr. Relevant is always a tough spot, and for me to get it back to back years is just kind of cringe, honestly.
that's what
That
I'm
is
saying.
actually.
Okay, Dan's drinking.
Dan is
Ashton, everyone has your team as last. Everyone thinks your team sucks.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that team's shocked, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I think Webb's overrated for Ben's team.
I
still
Dan
think
and
they're
all-
gonna be good because I think the team's gonna play out well with
We should
the,
have power rankings from everyone here though.
I think
Ben.
I think everybody should say who they think their biggest competition in the tournament.
I do think we should. I feel like we should do one. Everyone should list their power rankings, and 2, like even the awards. So like MVP, most improved, and we can even have like a rookie. Are there any rookies this year?
Not really.
Oh, we can just talk about what
We-
awards
we-
what
most
awards we
improved.
could possibly have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'll start off with my power rankings. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Personally, obviously, I got to put my team at number 1. I'm obviously the best team. You know, most well-rounded. You know, team 2. Honestly, I think it's Team Sus. You know, I see his team. I think his team's pretty well-rounded. He's got good roles established for his team. I think his team's number 2. Number 3, comfortable and pretty Dan control. His team's all right. You know, he ranked me number 4, but whatever. I'll give him number 3, I guess. His team's pretty solid. Then I'm going to go Bonk. You know, it sucks that he has last pick. It really does, because I know if Bonk had pick 1 or 2, his team would be number 1. 1 or 2, you know. But it just
If I
sucks. that
had
he has last pick.
fives, if I had fives on my team, brother, it is chalked. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it's
If not-
done and dusted. No cap.
If Bonk just got higher in the draft, you'd have a top 2 team for sure. And then last, Team Sulo, who knows? He might shock the world, but you know, we'll see when the time comes. Those are my power rankings.
All right, so you got your next power rankings, bud.
I'm up.
Yep.
So obviously I gotta go number 1 as my team. I think we got it set up pretty well. But team 2, number 2, I'm gonna have to go Team Pele. I'm gonna have to go Pele because I just think they're gonna have slaying and they're gonna be running around gunning people. It's gonna be tough to take them out. Except for me, they won't be gunning me. But anyways, number 3, we're gonna have to go with Team 50 Cent. I think the team's solid. Like 50 Cent on the AR and 5's front line, like I said earlier, and Wheezy and Carlos soaking hell when they need to. Like they're gonna get it done, but they're gonna give some teams problems. Team number 4 gonna have to go Team Bonk. I think they're gonna have issues with Stubby. Basically the main point about it. And number 5, I'm gonna have to go Team Sue or Ashton there. He wasn't too happy about that, but I mean,
Fuck you, Luke.
I think that team's just chalked. Boss Frosto is overrated.
Jake, do you want to go or do
You can go first, but I still can't get the fact through my dome that Sue took Boss Frost over
Okay.
Chugs.
I
is
can't
true.
understand the OVO either, bro.
OVO over Gertis?
I can't understand that.
Alrighty. For mine, I'm gonna list it off quick. I got my team number 1. I got Team Sus number 2. Got Team Bonk number 3. I got Team 50 number 4. I got Team Sue number 5. And the reasoning is Stubby's just better than Wheezy. Luke's team is very good. They're gonna struggle with slang other than Sus. Everyone's kind of blowing that over. O said Middle East Beasts and Chugs aren't that good of slayers when it comes to CCDL. So I think that team's gonna struggle, but I think they're gonna play good COD. I think Team Sue could jump, but it's gonna be all at the hands of Ashton. He's gonna have to prove that that these last couple of games haven't been flukes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you guys my realistic power rankings. I'm not that guy to put myself in first because I know that my team is,
Has
in
struggled.
a shitty spot. Like I'll keep it a buck, but I think we could be dark horses if we played our full potential. I think we'd be first, but I'm just gonna keep it as like if we
Realistic.
all realistic as possible here.
Mhm.
I think Team 50 Cent's gonna fucking run the show realistically.
Whoa.
Thank you.
I-
Somebody with some
I-
somebody with some brain cells in here. Let's
Like,
go. Let's
I'm
go.
just the fact that you have 50 Cent and Fives on the same team, and then you have a guy like, then they have back to back Wheezy and Carlos. Like, I feel like that's just kind of gross, honestly. Like, Team Sus had to pick before with Oset and Craig, and I feel like Wheezy and Carlos are just better than Oset and Craig if you take those two and put them together. It's Oset and Gertis now, for fuck's sake. Oset and Gertis is not as good as Wheezy and Carlos, and he has Fives, who is arguably the best pick in the draft. Like no one can tell me otherwise. Number 2, I think Team Dan Control is number 2. I mean that's a lot of slaying power. That's kind of fucked. I don't really see many struggles coming for them other than maybe S&D would get a little hairy, but I feel like respawns are pretty good for them. I'm gonna put myself at number 3. I think my team is better than Sus's team. I feel like Sus and Chugs are gonna start arguing a little bit about some random bullshit, and then Osed been struggling lately, and who the fuck knows what Gertis is gonna do? So I think my team is number 3, realistically speaking. Could be number 1 though if we all play right. Number 4, Sus's team. I don't know. Something about that team just doesn't sound right to me. I don't know what it is.
I feel like it's
Sus
the
and
slang
Chugs.
power. I feel like it's slang power.
No, it's not even that. It's just like something with something weird going on there.
The
But
flex roll.
number 5,
The flex roll. That's
yeah,
what it is.
you
I
have no,
think.
you have no true flex. Like who the fuck is running that second AR? If you're playing Gavutu, you guys are chalked. Like I'm gonna
Gertis.
keep it a buck.
Gertis hasn't
But,
been playing, so I told him to use the air, bro.
You
Yeah,
can't
so-
tell me that Curtis can be top third, and I can be running in the middle of nowhere, and I might. You just, it's unreliable to throw those bottom guys on the AR roll. It's just way too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just gonna-
Gavutu, I'd probably be running the AR, honestly, and I'd put, like, Middle East or Curtis on the sub. On that type of map, that's what would
True.
probably happen there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going on my thing
Okay,
real
sorry.
quick. Number 5, I have Sue's team. I think they're just kind of junk. I ain't gonna cap. Sue is not gonna like
Facts.
any of what we're saying about that team, but we're
They're
keeping
just
it
junk.
realistic here. We're keeping it realistic here. I love Boss Frost. I love Asha. I love OVO, but sheesh, it's not looking too good over there. Sue's gonna have to be playing with dropping 3.0s, not 2.0s, 3.0s to win maps. But that's not a good fucking sight to see.
This guy will have to be drinking a rogue energy if he wants to be performing at his peak there.
Rogue Energy is very good.
Maybe G
I wouldn't
Fuel.
know. I wouldn't know though. Yeah. So that's my top 5 predictions right there. But I think it's a pretty good tourney all around. I think the teams are pretty decent, except for Team Sue. But
Like you could have drafted a bit better. I also don't know if the chemistry on that team's gonna mesh well. Boss Ross is a very ragey type player. I do think him and OVO are just not gonna mix. So
I think we should do possible awards to be handed out. I'll say we'll go MVP, most improved, and best shitter.
yeah, I like that.
Most
Ben, go
improved
first.
from when?
Most improved from Cold War tournament.
Yep.
From
Okay,
Cold War, yeah.
that's kind of easy.
I think
Alrighty.
it has to be Carlos, right?
But there's
Mm.
many
Carlos
people
or
you can
Quincy.
put.
Yeah, actually it's between them two.
I think there's a few
Carlos
people you could put.
From Cold War, it'd be Carlos Hundo P.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
From
But
most,
like,
you could say that, or you could say like, you can put it in your own words, like from Cold War tournament to this tournament,
Right.
from the beginning of Vanguard to the end of Vanguard. You know, it could be whatever you want.
I think I could even go for most improved, to be honest with you guys. If we're going from Cold War to Vanguard,
Nah, bro.
you don't think so?
Nah.
yeah,
So,
I think from
Ben go first.
Cold
Go
War.
ahead.
Just
Wait, me?
Yeah, you do your 3
yeah,
awards.
go,
You can
go,
just
go.
you can go.
So from Cold War to Vanguard, you have to give it to Carlos. There's no other option. I
I
think.
agree.
What about Modern Warfare to Vanguard?
Modern Warfare to Vanguard is probably you.
Let's
Okay?
go. Let's go.
I mean, from start of Vanguard to end of Vanguard, I think it's Wheezy F Baby.
Yes, I agree with that too.
I think he's most
Yeah.
improved. Like,
Mhm.
the guy can kill me. Okay, he used to not be able to kill me. The guy can kill me now. What is the other one? What was the second one you said?
MVP, most valuable player.
MVP. I think it could go. I think it could honestly go to Teebs again, but
He's a
I
different
think
player considering
Ashton's.
time.
I think Ashton's in the run for MVP.
Mm-hmm.
So MVP, we're predicting like the future.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like for this
Like,
tournament,
tournaments,
MVP of this tournament.
MVP usually goes to the team that wins, like one of their players,
Yeah.
usually, right? So
Yeah.
Well,
Not necessarily. Just a player that like just
It
has
normally would.
otherworldly
It normally.
stats.
valuable player to a team.
Mm-hmm.
I think Teebs. I think Teebs will probably get it. If he plays good, he'll probably get it.
I think it's gonna end up being Osed.
The hill time could come in huge. And
Osed or Middle East Beast.
Osed, Ben? Who's your
Best
shitter?
shitter? Best shitter? I think Carlos. He's the first pick shitter tier. I think he'll get best shitter.
Alrighty. From Bonk, what are your 3?
For most improved, I think it's fucking Wheezy, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, that guy used to be horrible. Cold War, he was horrible. Beginning of Vanguard, he was horrible. But now he's pretty good now. Like, he's a solid ass player. Like, I can argue Carlos if like they're pretty neck and neck. Like Carlos, was fucking dog shit in that tournament. He sold me hard, but he's I can never let go of that, man. Okay, like I know he's different now, but shit, 0.2
What about,
KD, bro. You gotta be doing something different.
What about your MVP?
MVP.
And I like to preface. I hope none of us chose ourselves for MVP.
Nah, I'm not. I would never give MVP to a captain.
Okay, I was about to say.
I don't think an MVP should go to a captain. I think it should be to go to
Unless they
someone
have
that they
like
pick.
your stats like last year. If your team would have won, you would have
Yeah.
got MVP.
I think MVP could be Devin.
I agree.
I feel like if my team performs to our highest caliber, Devin will be that X factor for us to be that team. Like if I could be playing my normal self, like playing pretty good, but we'll probably lose still. If Devin's playing like that nice, that no way that we, I just burgered. The way we know he should. Yeah, the way we know he should be playing with whatever gun doesn't fucking matter.
Mm-hmm.
He could be running a fucking bar, or I guess not, but he could be running whatever gun, and if he's frying, like we'll be good. So then I feel like he would deserve MVP. That shitter, Carlos.
Yeah.
Period. Everyone else is junk.
Luke, do you know your 3?
Yeah. Obviously,
Zupi's good, though.
I was trolling about the Osed MVP, but no, best brain smooth low tier MVP. I think it's gonna go to Curtis. I think Curtis is gonna come out
Curtis
and
best shitter?
yeah, I think it's gonna be Curtis. He's gonna come out of nowhere and turn some heads, prove some people wrong. Obviously, you don't want to everybody go with Carlos. I don't even know if Ben did, but I'm assuming he did. I think the the most improved is from Cold. I mean, it's obvious from Cold War to now. It's obviously Carlos, but I mean, Vanguard to now is Wheezy, but another guy I think that has improved has been Boss Frost. Boss Frost has improved a lot. One you don't really think about, but I think he's gotten a lot better, and I think he'll be real good in next COD if he doesn't hit those Burger Frost slides. But an MVP, I think it's gonna go to honestly don't know. I think it's honestly gonna go to Ashton. I mean, I'm not saying their team's gonna win, but I think Ashton could win it. Ashton could come out of nowhere and turn some heads.
For myself, most improved Carlos, easy. Actually, wait, no, I take that back. Actually, I think the most improved, at the end of the tournament will be Fazupi. I think Fazupi will come out as the most improved player from Cold War II Vanguard. I feel like he has a decent shot. He's got the movement. Just doesn't really know the game that well. I got Fazupi as my
Burger
most
take.
I think Fazupi's ceiling was Cold War. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I
don't think he can be better than what he was in Cold War at this game. There's not enough time.
I think he can. I think he can if he puts the effort in. Best shitters. I think best shitter will still be Carlos. I think him or Craig will probably be the best shitter, like stat wise. But I do think Faisal has a really good shot of improving his game. You guys got to realize like he was barely dropping 20 kills in the tournament. Like his stats were not good. And then MVP, I've got fives. I don't really know why no one's really said that yet, but
He's overrated.
Overrated.
do think no matter what, fives of stats are going to be good. I think their team is gonna. I think the team's gonna end up placing decent. So I think if you're gonna have a player that has a good AR watching over him as a sub, he's gonna have very very good stats. Maybe the search might let him down, but if not fives, I do think Chugs again with another stats. It's his AR. ARs tend to have better stats in this game, so I do think Chugs is a sleeper pick for MVP this year.
I really like the analysis out of everybody there. You know, we got some different inputs from everybody. I like hearing.
Does anyone have anything else to say about the tournament at all, or before we head
Any
out?
final regards?
Did you guys know that
Strafing
Boss
run
Ross
should be
is Tulo's
GA'd.
cousin?
We should GA
Strafing
strafing run.
run is not getting GA'd.
No, it's
I don't
not,
understand why.
because
Strafing run is not getting GA'd.
we're keeping strafe.
Doesn't make
You're
sense.
only a burger. You're a burger if you let it with strafe. If you let someone get strafe,
You gotta give those low tier players something to look forward to. You know, if they
That
get a
is
little
true.
strafing run, they can make a play. We're letting the low tiers make plays with strafing runs.
Yeah, but my teammate's gonna kill me with the strafing run.
Okay, well you gotta talk to your team about that. Okay, because my team's gonna pick up 4 pieces with the strafing.
Yep. I'm be getting 2v1s on Berlin S&D B side with my strafing run.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh yeah, that is free through the building.
that is a tough one.
Okay. Well,
I think that's
so
everything
that's gonna
for
do it
today.
for this episode of the CCDL podcast.